Welcome back, guys. We are back with another episode of this series, and in today's video we are going to make an important upgrade. Before starting, let's have a quick recap for this series. Basically, in this series I would like to build an hardware based on the Anki system that could take the SRS learning process to another level. And if you want more information, check out the YouTube playlist that I will link in the description, where you can find the other episodes. In this video we are going to work on the audio part, and basically the prototype will read aloud flashcards, and so we will need a speaker, an amplifier and an SD card. And in this video we are going to set up these components. And so let's see what components I've decided to use for the prototype. As you can see from the photo, I've decided to use these two modules. Basically the first one is the amplifier and the other one is the SD slot for the micro SD. As you can see, I'm using a PAM amplifier. It was not my first choice. My first choice was this max amplifier that works on the digital I2C communication. Instead, the PAM only use an analog communication to stream the audio data, and it was my first choice, the max amplifier, but since I couldn't make it work with any of the speakers that I have at home, I've decided to change amplifiers, and this one works fine. And so I'm just using this for the prototype. Then we can see the SD slot. As you can see, the module has only capacitors and a resistor and the SD slot. It is totally fine for this project. We don't need the modules with ICs, and basically we are going only to connect the 3.3 volt and the pins for the SPI communication, and it works totally fine, and we are going to use this for the prototype. And then we are using a 4 ohm 3 watt speaker. But now let's see the firmware that I wrote for running a simple audio stream with this circuit right here. Before seeing the code for the project, remember that all the code that you will see in this series will be uploaded on the same GitHub project. But now let's see the code. Basically this code will play an audio file stored into a micro SD placed into the SD slot. And so let's see how this code works. Basically here we are including the libraries, and we're going to configure the pins used for the SPI communication for the SD slot. Then we're going to configure the values used for the streaming of audio data, and here for example you can see the pin used for the PWM communication for the audio data, because with the PAM module we are going only to use one connection with the ESP32, and that connection starts from the GPIO 5. Then we are going to initialize the WAV file that is stored into the micro SD. Then as you can see here we have a function for skipping the WAV header that will be used later, and as you can see here we are initializing the serial. Then we're going to initialize the SPI communication with the SD slot. Then we're going to open the test WAV file, and if everything is good, we're going to skip the header and we're going to initialize the PWM streaming of audio data. And as you can see from here, we are going to see if the WAV file is available, and then we're going to read some data and we're going to stream them to the PAM module. And basically that's it. This is a really simple code, but now we're going to do a demo of this code with this circuit right here. Let's start the demo by creating the test WAV file. The first thing that we're going to do is to record the audio file on this website right here, and then we're going to modify the values of the input MP3 file with the one that we want for this project, because the values have to match these ones that we have chosen for the firmware. Hi guys, ESP32 here. Thank you if you have watched all the videos, and we're going to see on the next one. And now that we have the MP3 file, we're going to use this command right here. And now that we have the test WAV file, we are going to download the test file into the micro SD. So we're going to use the adapter to connect it to the PC. Now we have the file on the micro SD, and we're going to insert it into the SD slot. So here you can see the circuit. Don't mind the two buttons, they are here from the previous episode. Now we are going to insert the micro SD. Let's boot the ESP32 and everything should work.
Hi guys, ESP32 here. Thank you if you have watched all the videos, and we're going to see on the next one.
And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. For the next episode I would like to implement this audio part into the rest of the project that we have built in the previous episodes. Next week we are going to see what I have done. Thank you for watching again. Leave a like, leave a subscription, and as always we are going to see on the next one.